there. They stand a big field. They're off and they're racing. Missing the start, Romeo. Mighty Hosanna actually was the first to hit the ground. Gigi Pops looking to come across and burn it off shortly afterwards. Then Awesome Boy settling down, running third. Snow God got out of the gates well and is up there fourth for Harvey as they settle down. Deeper out is Think Pink Days. Just up in front of Changing Guard. Down on the inside, Impressive Jewel is next, followed by Mama Bell, Can't Up Queen. A length away, Nature's Reckoning. Getting back into the field is Power Missile. Outside of those, Marley's Song. Right back in proceedings, Californication. Antique Queen is right back there in proceedings as well. Fiery Spark dropping back with Romeo. Gigi Pops presses on, goes to the lead, leaving the back and heads down the side. Clear a length and a half, Mighty Hosanna. The same margin, Awesome Boy running third. Back on the inside, fourth is Snow God. Followed after a length and a half, Changing Guard. Away from the inside, Impressive Jewel putting herself into it. Followed further back behind those, Can't Up Queen. Think Pink Days and Mama Bell head the remainder. Gigi Pops at the 250. Led a length and a half, Mighty Hosanna. Snow God got pocketed. Now Bullock's its way clear. Awesome Boy down the outside. Gigi Pops in front. Harvey draws the whip now on Snow God. Snow God comes at Gigi Pops, who fights Snow God the outside, doing a little bit the better. Snow God finally got the rub of the green. Snow God beat Gigi Pops. Awesome Boy was third home. Fiery Spark running on Antique Queen not far away. Fiery Spark picked off quite a few of those in the run to the line, including Impressive Jewel. Romeo next home, Marley's Song, followed by Changing Guard, Mighty Hosanna, Power Missile, Think Pink Days, well back, Can't Up Queen. Gee, there's some real flops in this one. Followed further back, Nature's Reckoning, Mama Bell. Californication has finished a long last. Snow God delivers today. Finally, the racing gods have smiled on this 4-year-old. Saddle went last start. The Pontiff, well, he had to just sit there and hang on. Previous runs didn't have much luck at all, but today sat back on the fence, third, fourth running. Did have to bullock his way clear to pick off Gigi Pops. Awesome Boy battles on, but Snow God wins this afternoon over Gigi Pops, Awesome Boy, and fourth will go to Fiery Spark, who squeezed right up in a blanket finish for fourth placing. Snow God by Playing God from Snow Chino. Certainly a 4-year-old that has always promised to win a few races for those owners. Bridge Patrol Lodge, managed by Dave Harrison. Ryan Fuller, Mrs. N. Haynes, Keith Carroll Holly, G.J. Otterson, Mrs. S. Otterson, N. Prilovich, J. and A. Oreb, M. Delina A. Clay, K. Ashworth, S. Milligan, picking up its third win this afternoon in 1:23.44, home 34.96, half length, 1 length margins 3.51 and 10. Gigi Pops another second. That's 4 straight seconds. Talk about bridesmaids. Tim Crosby, hasn't he got one on his hands here? She just can't win one at the moment. Just finding one better than her on the day. She's a Justifier So You Move 4-year-old. Tash Faithful, the rider. And in third placing, Awesome Boy by Awesome Rock, Bruce Kay and Brandon Louis. The feature today will be the Racing WA Provincial Series final over the 1400, and the emergencies all come out. Lucy Fiore goes on to 16 in top of the Pops. As we head downstairs, it probably for a split second looked as though not more bad luck for Snow God, but the Pontiff was able to barge his way out and make sure that Snow God got his opportunity.
A fleeting moment that you thought that maybe Snow God was going to be unlucky again, but the Pontiff had other ideas. As stable foreman for David Harrison, Bert McMahon joins me now. Bert, well done on the win. Snow God, he deserved this.
He did, mate. It's been a long time coming. He's just had no luck, the poor bugger. So, yeah, congrats to all the owners.
Last start, it looked like he had found his race on paper. Things clearly didn't go to plan. I suspect you went up that extra hole when you were doing up the girth here this afternoon.
I certainly did. I nearly broke my shoulder. We brought 3 extra staff up just to make sure we done it right.
In terms of the way the race unfolded here this afternoon, out to 1,400 metres, it was nice to see him relax as nicely as he did.
Yeah, it was. He relaxed a lot better than last one. Probably a little bit more speed in the race, and he lobbed a bit more forward, which was helpful. and then Paul got out at the right time.
A nice result. Well done.
Well, thanks a lot.
There's Bert McMahon after the win of Snow God. Finally gets the job done. It's hard to believe that he hasn't won in over 260 days for a horse that had always looked like he had a big future, and only his third career win. But hopefully now, off the back of a confidence-boosting win here, he can go on with it from strength to strength.
Well, no doubt after last start when the saddle slipped, Lockie, there must have been a temptation to send him straight off to the paddock and say this preparation has just not gone to plan and nothing has gone our way, and maybe we just need to pull up stumps and start again. But they pressed on, and today he was able to use that barrier to his advantage. He followed the every move of GG Pops, and at the top of the home straight you could see that she had the rest of them under pressure, but he was going to have to get his way into the clear, and Paul Harvey had to come out almost at right angles just to bump his way into the clear. He gave a big hip and shoulder to the horse on his outside to make sure that he had room to move, and then from there you could just see it was only a matter of time. He was always going to run down GG Pops. To her credit, she's run another second placing. She's going so well, but without being able to win one in her own right. It hopefully is just a matter of time and it doesn't turn into a habit for her. But I think when you look at the horses that have beaten her this preparation, Thermosphere Lad, Snow God, Hot and High, they're all horses here, Sir Dream-A-Lot, they're all horses that have gone on with it. So I don't think it's her not being genuine. It's just that unfortunately she's continuously run into one that's progressive and right place, right time and got the better of her. But today, Snow God, and good reward for effort for all of these connections that I'm sure on occasion have burnt their fingers. I know there was plenty of punters, myself included, Lockie, that near on declared him first up off the back of a really nice barrier trial. He was $3 into $1.60 and then got parked 3 deep the trip, no cover over 1,000 metres. So there's plenty of us out there that have had a few financial scars and emotional wounds with him, but he's back in the good books.
Well, you only have to look at his last 5 starts, Scotty. He's gone around at a $1.50 favourite, a $5.50 second favourite against the older horses back when he was a 3-year-old. A $2.80 favourite, a $3.20 favourite, and last start when the saddle slipped, he was a $3.50 favourite. So he hasn't exactly been a punter's pal, but he was a pal to them today. And here's Paul Harvey finally catching up with Scotty.
Exactly right. The Pontiffs is jumping on the scales. We'll make this official and then get a word here on Snow God, who he's ridden at his last 3 or 4 outings. Paul, last time out, didn't look like a lot of fun.
No, it wasn't. He's been a problem child. He owed me that one, I can tell you.
In the early stages, I thought it was going to be the same thing. He was over-racing really badly.
Yeah, not too bad for while they were going along a bit is okay. They just steadied up. Not too much at the 1,000, but they don't have to. If they just slow up a little bit, he's leans on that bridle and makes it hard work. But after that, he settled pretty good once I did get him back. But, you know, he has his moments.
Even the start prior, when he had 61.5 and sat 3 at the trip, he's been going well just without the right setup.
Yeah, oh, look, I've been telling David a few of these horses, they're not really speed horses and they need 1,400, but we put them into a 14 and they're doing things wrong. So it's a little bit of, you know, we have to bring out the best in David and get him to settle a bit better.
Well, he's in Broome now, and that brings out the worst in him. So hopefully they have a good night. Well done to you, Paul.
Yeah, cheers, thanks.
There's Paul Harvey. That might be quote of the day from my friend in Scotty Emery. But great to see Snow God back in the winner's circle. David Harrison can breathe a sigh of relief. He takes out race 7. We'll take a short break and then we'll head back up to Broome to preview race 5.